Hi, let's get into the pressure washing calculator. So you've downloaded this from the App Store, you've installed it onto your iPhone, and we want to get everything set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go into the app and you can follow along with me. We'll go through the different screens and we'll get everything set up together. We're going to set up the price you want for cleaning, the price you want to get for the sealing and the cost of the sealing application, the resanding, the batch mix calculator, and then finally, just using the calculator as your one-stop shop for pricing up all of your pressure washing jobs. I'll run through everything. Hopefully you shouldn't have any more questions once we've gone through this app together, but hope you enjoy the video. Let's get to it. So let's get straight into the app. So you would have downloaded this from the App Store. Click on the app. You'll have a different screen when you first go into the app. It'll just give you a little introduction and you'll be able to select the next button and you'll be met with this screen. So this is the screen. If you look on the bottom left corner where I'm tapping the button right now, we're on the cleaning price. So what we're going to do is in this app, the tabs that are running across the bottom of your app, these are your configuration tabs. So I'll just start from left to right on the bottom of the screen. So we've got the price you want for cleaning, the price you want for resanding and jointing. This is where we put in the cost and the coverage of the products that we're using for the different materials. The next tab, which is the bucket, which is the sealer. This is going to be where you put in your sealer cost and coverage. The roller is how much do you want to charge for installing the sealer to the different types of surface. So there are your configuration tabs. The pie chart with the three little slices, this is for your batch mixing. So this is how to mix your own soft washing solutions. Then on the very right hand side, you got the calculator. So once we've set everything up with the cleaning price, the sanding and jointing cost and coverage, the sealing cost and coverage, the sealing install price, the only part of the calculator we really have to use on a day-to-day basis is the calculator tab. So this is how we can generate prices fast. So let's start with the configuration. So we're on the very first tab, the cleaning price. So what we're going to do here is we're going to work out how much do you want to charge per meter square that you clean. So for example, block paving, we charge at £3.50 per square meter. So 3.50. Now we can go down these different settings and set the prices for cleaning these different surfaces. So for natural stone, do you want to charge more or less per meter squared to clean that surface? So we've already got some figures saved in here. So I want to charge £2.75. For resin, let's say £3.25. Tarmac, £3.25 as well. And printed concrete, 2.5, which is £2.50. So now we've set the price that we want to charge per meter square for cleaning. So we're going to go to the next tab. So we're going to calculate the cost of resanding or jointing a particular surface, and we're going to work out the cost of the product and the coverage of the product. So for example, we want to calculate the cost per bag of sand or jointing material of the desired product that you want, and we're going to put that number into the first box. So we'll use the example of kiln dried sand that we typically use for block paving. So if a bag of kiln dried sand is £6, that will roughly cover about 10 meters squared. So if we had a 100 meter square driveway, we would need approximately 10 bags of sand. That's what the calculation is going to work out. But what we're doing here is we're working out what is the price of a bag of sand, and then how far will that sand go. So it will go 10 meters squared.
Now, when it comes to the other materials, this is really handy. So if we have natural stone, as we know, on some natural stone, people use like a jointing compound that that goes in between the gaps in the slabs. Now, sometimes you might only need to, just touch up a patio after you've cleaned it, but sometimes you might want to repoint the whole patio. So here, you're going to put in the cost per, the bag of jointing material. So if one bag of jointing material costs you 40 quid, how far will that product go? So if that product will only cover 5 square meters, you'll put in five. And you'll do the same with all of these different surface types. We don't really have a cost to resand resin bonded driveways because it doesn't require that. Tarmac, you could put in here the cost of the tarmac, cold lay tarmac if you need to do any minor repairs. You could put that in here if you wanted to, but we're going to leave that blank for now. And the same with printed concrete. So once we've done this, another handy thing that I like to do is because we don't have a way of charging for installing the sand or jointing compound, what I like to do is I like to actually increase the cost per bag because if we have kiln dried sand at £6, if they want me to sweep that bag of sand in, I want to get paid for every bag of sand that I sweep in. So if we consider that one bag of sand takes us 20 minutes to sweep in, I might put the cost of that bag as 15 quid. If the jointing material is quite difficult to sweep in and it can be a little bit more problematic, I might want to charge 60 quid or 70 quid per bag. Hope that makes sense. So what we're doing is here, we're just baking in an extra cost of the material so that we get paid enough to install it for the customer. Now we're going on to the third section, which is the sealing. So here we want to calculate the cost per litre of the desired sealant that we want to use. So as you might know, sealer comes in 25-litre drums or 5-litre drums. So what we want to do is we want to work out how much it costs per litre of product. So for example, if we bought a 10-litre drum of sealer and it cost us £160, 1 litre of that product that cost us £160 for 10 litres, that would equate to £16 per litre. So you want to work out the cost of that sealer per litre. And then what you want to work out, all of this information is provided by the manufacturer on the back of the sealer, typically. How much coverage will 1 litre of that sealer go? So it will be how much coverage per metre squared. So 1 litre of product on block paving typically will cover 2 metres squared. All of this information is found on the sealer product that you actually use. And we do the same in natural stone, and typically that will cover 4 metres squared. The reason that there's a difference between the block paving and the natural stone is block paving often has sand in the gaps and it absorbs a lot more of the sealer, so we want to account for that. But all of these details will be provided on the back of the tubs for the manufacturers. So you want to go down and put in the sealer cost and coverage. Then we're going on to the last tab, which is the roller, which is the sealant install price. So we've already worked out how much we want to charge for cleaning. We've already put in what we want to charge for the sanding. We've also worked out what we want to charge for the sealer and the coverage. And this last section is how much do we want to charge to install that sealer on that particular material type. So for block paving, on top of the cost of the sealer, on top of the cost of cleaning it, on the top of the cost of resanding it, how much do I want to earn to install that sealer as a professional on that surface? So for every meter squared, I want to earn £4. For natural stone, being that it might be slightly easier, I'm happy because I'm a lot more proficient to charge only £3 per meter squared. There are products on the market now that allow you to resurface resin bonded driveways, £3. Tarmac driveway, £3. Printed concrete might be a little bit more complicated. It might require different types of sealer, more cleanup, more preparation, more faffing around just generally. So I want to charge £4.50 to clean that surface. So we've gone through the cleaning, sanding, sealing, and install of sealer. What we're going to do is now we're going to jump to the calculator button. So now we're ready to start calculating how much we want to charge. So we would have already measured the area that we want to clean. We can typically do this either on site with the customer by using a measuring stick, or we can use Google Earth. I often use the Google Earth app and you can measure out the home. I'll do another video on this another time. But let's say you know what the surface type is. So you select what the surface type is, natural stone. Then you're going to be asked the question, does the customer want it sealing? Yes. And does the customer want it sanding or jointing as well? Yes. Now, what is the size of this area? So what you're going to do is you're going to put in the number in here. So it's 50 square meters. That is the area that they require cleaning. So as you can see, the numbers haven't changed. This is because the calculator has a memory. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit that calculator button. It will recalculate everything for you. So it's generated a price here of to pressure wash 50 square meters based on your pricing we set in the other screens, £137.50. It's also going to give you a price to pressure wash and sand. In the case of block paving, this is actually the rejointing. So to pressure wash and resand that area, which would include the cost of the product, would come to £837.50. To pressure wash, to resand, which would mean seal, rejoint in this case, and then seal the surface, it would come to £1,187.50. And it even tells you how much sealer is required to complete that area. It will even tell you how many bags of product it would require to joint that area as well, to sand or joint that area. So this gives you an easy way to know how much products to order. So just as a little tip, if you know the sealer product comes in big tub of 25 litres at a time, you know that you're going to probably either buy one 25-litre tub of sealer, or you're going to buy 3 5-litre tubs of sealer, because 12.5 litres of product is required. So you can make that decision and it will allow you to make a more informed decision. Let's quickly do one more example. Let's say you want to change the surface type to block paving. If we keep everything the same, so they want it sealing and they want it resanding, and the area is, let's call it 60 square meters. As you can see, all of these numbers remain the same because we haven't hit the calculator button yet. So as soon as we hit that calculator button, it recalculates based on the new inputs we've put in the calculator. So to pressure wash the block paving driveway, which is 60 square meters in size, 210 quid. With sanding, it comes to 300. To pressure wash, sand and seal, it comes to £1,020. The volume of sealer that is required is 30 litres, and the amount of sand that is required is 6 bags of sand. Now, if you've got let's say the sanding, you know that this driveway is really loads of gaps in there, and you know that there's going to be a lot more sand that is required. What you can do is you can go back into this where the broom is, and then you can adjust the coverage. So if you know that the sand is going to go not as far on this driveway, you can adjust the settings here. Go back to your calculator, hit recalculate, and it will tell you that you probably need an extra bit more sand, and you also want to charge a little bit more for the sanding, if you can see here. So rather than £300 to pressure wash and sand, it comes to £322 now, and it tells you that you need 7.5 bags of sand. So that's everything on the calculator. Hope you found that useful. Let me show you the last part here, which is the Softwash Batch Mix calculator. This is the little pie chart here. So what you're going to do is you're going to work out your own soft washing solutions. So let's say we want to do a soft wash treatment on a natural stone patio, and we want to create a 20 litre volume of soft wash solution. So the desired quantity that you want to create is 20 litres, and the finished percentage of that solution that you make, you want it to be a 4% mix. Now you want to put in this calculator, what is the strength of your bleach? So what's the strength of the bleach that you're using to make your soft wash mix? In the UK, we have 14 to 15% strength, but if you only have a 10% strength soft wash solution, put in 10, and then just put in how many milliliters of surfactant that you want. Different surfactant providers will let you know how much surfactant is supposed to go in every litre of product. So just put in, you can leave this at 0 if you like. Hit calculate. So if you wanted to create 20 litres of a 4% mixture, you would need to add 12 litres of water and 8 litres of bleach. And that would give you your desired 4% soft wash solution. So each surfactant is different. So if you wanted to add 25 milliliters per litre, you would need to add 500 milliliters to make your soft washing solution. And this would be to make your desired 20 litres of soft washing mix. Hope you found that useful. This is how to use the pressure washing pricing calculator.
I hope you found that video useful on how to use the pressure washing and soft washing calculator, even how to do the sealing as well. If you have any questions or need any further advice, don't forget to put a comment below. And if you like the channel, you like the product, don't forget to subscribe to Hero Softwash.